Teddy and Runa, a giant heart in a little girl's world. There are stories in life that don't need dramatic twists or loud declarations, just a quiet, steady kind of love that sneaks up on you and stays with you forever. This is one of those stories. It's about a dog named Teddy, a St. Bernard big as a bear with paws that could cover a dinner plate, and a little girl named Runa, barely out of diapers when they first met. And it's about the kind of bond that makes you believe that sometimes, just sometimes, two souls are meant to find each other. Teddy came into their lives as a tiny fluff ball, only 2 weeks old, not yet aware of how enormous he would become. His human mom, who had loved St. Bernards since she was 6, had spent years rescuing smaller dogs. But when she saw Teddy, it was different. It wasn't a decision. It was love. Instant. Complete. Still, there was worry. 2 small children already filled their home with laughter, noise, and the occasional chaos. Would a giant dog really fit in? Would he be too rough, too big, too much? But as it turns out, Teddy wasn't too much. He was just right. From the moment Teddy arrived, Runa, barely taller than the pup himself, was captivated. She helped feed him, learned to train him with her mother, and walked beside him in the garden with the seriousness of someone far older than her age. In those early weeks, something unexplainable happened. Runa and Teddy bonded in a way that felt ancient, like they'd always known each other. One moment still sticks with me. Runa, holding a popsicle in her tiny hands, opened the freezer door, something she could only barely reach, and pulled out a second one without hesitation. Not for herself, for Teddy. She didn't say anything. She just handed it to him like it was the most natural thing in the world. It wasn't a trick she'd learned. It was love, pure and instinctive. As Teddy grew, and oh, did he grow, the differences between them became striking. He soon towered over her, his head brushing the counters while she could barely reach the sink. But something about him changed, too. He knew she was small. He knew she needed gentleness. And so, despite his size and occasional stubborn streak, he became incredibly careful with her. Watching them together was like watching 2 parts of the same soul in different forms. When Runa laughed, Teddy's tail wagged. When she cried, he rushed to her side, licking her face until the tears stopped. People would often stop and stare. A tiny toddler next to a massive dog, unafraid, completely at ease. And Teddy? He never left her side. There's a quiet beauty in seeing such a large creature become so soft and tender, simply because of who he's with. And there's something magical about a little girl who, without knowing it, carries the kind of heart that makes even the biggest dog feel safe. It hasn't always been easy, of course. Teddy is famously stubborn. Sometimes he refuses to walk, planting his paws in protest, turning everyday errands into funny little power struggles. And yet, somehow, Runa always manages to coax him along with a few words and a confident tug of the leash, as if she holds an invisible string tied directly to his heart. I often catch them in the backyard, Teddy lying in the sun, Runa tucked into his side with a book she can't yet read. She talks to him about everything, her toys, her dreams, her daily adventures, and he listens, not because he understands every word, but because he understands her. The love between them isn't loud. It's not filled with tricks or training videos. It's simple. It's real. It's watching a giant dog take baby steps around a child so he doesn't knock her over. It's a toddler reaching up to hug a neck twice her size. It's two beings growing up together, learning from each other, protecting each other. Every single day. As someone who's seen this journey from the outside, I can tell you it changes the way you see love. It reminds you that kindness doesn't always need to be taught. Sometimes it's just there, ready to bloom the moment it finds the right soil.
How many balls do you have in your mouth? 1, 2, and I think there's another one in there too.
So if you're reading this and smiling, maybe even wiping a tear from your eye, I hope you'll take a moment to support this story. A like, a subscription, or a simple share helps us keep telling these quiet, powerful stories of connection, because the world could always use a little more of that. Runa and Teddy are still writing their story every day, one muddy paw print and giggle at a time. And as they grow, she into a curious little girl, and he into an even more majestic companion, I hope you'll stay with us, because love like this deserves to be seen. Our team works hard behind the scenes to find and share real-life stories that truly matter. Every video is crafted with care, carefully researched, edited with trusted sources, and always treated with the respect these stories deserve. What you see isn't just made to inspire, it's meant to be real and meaningful.